Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of How Many Ones? My name's Matt Clark, and with me today we have
Paul Buckler
and
Richard Belfield, and I am Dorset's answer to
Syphilis.
Do you know what? I had a whole thing planned and it's completely gone. It's all right.
Are you doing a different person each episode now, Rich? Is this what
I was trying to?
I'm going
to go for something different. I'm Dorset's last best hope for peace. And if you get that, I'm pleased.
Yep.
Well, at least you're being original every time, but we'll see how long it lasts for, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm bound to call myself Pedro Pascal again at some point, especially if I get anxious.
Probably. So today we're going to go through the Khorne Battletome. But before we do that, Paul, you been up to much hobby?
KO still for me. Getting them painted up, ready. What am I going to take them to? Probably Whitney War in 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not too far away then.
Nope. That's a bit of a narrative one, so not really something we'll probably cover on here. But yeah, one of the best events out there on the scene, but one for the narrative folks rather than the match play folks.
I do wish there was more narrative events now. I know a lot of them have sort of stopped being, but I only ever went to one with you, Paul, which was Raw,
which was amazing.
Really, really enjoyed that. I got to dress as Power Ranger, which is always a blast. And so Donald Trump with me.
We made a Megazord. We made a Megazord, which was the main thing.
Yeah, so I think more narrative events should be done, but that doesn't really help when I'm talking about this. Sorry, guys.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't been to very many narrative events, but my understanding, from what I've been told by other people, is that narrative players can almost be more competitive than match play players sometimes.
I think there's no almost about it. I think they most definitely are far more competitive. It's like painting competitions. Yeah, so when you can make up your own rules, what do you think happens?
Your lord is something the most powerful man ever.
Yeah, here's my guy with, he's got 20 wounds, he's got 2 up save, a 3 up ward? Yeah, that's right. And how many wounds did you regenerate? He regenerates 10 wounds a turn. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that sounds fair.
He's also got an indestructible cabinet of bees that you can kill everything with one hit. Done.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep, good old killer bees. Rich, you been doing much hobby?
I have. So still on the Horus Heresy train. Finished painting up.
Oh, is there a train for that now, is there?
Oh, sorry. Get confused with my old world now, aren't I? Not Horus Heresy train. That's a short reference there, guys. I am painting some Horus Heresy models, Mr. Pedantic. I've done 10 Tactical Marines and one of the hero guys. And this weekend I'm trying to get another 10 Reavers painted and another hero. And the cool little assassin guy, who's been legacied, but I love him, the Infernus Abomination, which is, I think, one of the coolest models Games Workshop's ever done.
Was that in Heresy?
So that's the plan. Sorry?
The Infernus Abomination, is that Heresy?
It is. It's been put into their equivalent Legends, but it's not really Legends because you can still use it. So I don't really understand how theirs is different to where the rest is. But it is. But I love him because he's cool and evil and bony. In fact, the only reason I picked a traitor Legion anyway, well, that and I don't like playing good guys. But yeah, so I've been painting those, trying to get those done. Did some building of some old world models and have been toying with the idea of maybe doing another 3 or 4 hell pits for Muscleven. So some hobby, some thinking, some building.
That's quite a bit of hobby, Rich, so that's quite impressive.
Yeah, pretty good. I have slowly done a little bit more on my Flesh Eater Courts models that I'm very slowly painting because my eyes are slightly better now and I can almost see stuff, or I can see stuff just about. I made a Screech Vermin King as well, finally. I made him.
Good.
And the only other hobby there was that you and I played a game of AOS Rich, didn't we?
We did.
So we played Khorne Demons against Khorne Bloodbound, or Bloodhound, depending if you use the
good old Bloodhound. Hardcore pornography, I was calling it.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, interestingly, you should say that, because remember last week, Mr. Clark was on the internet.
Oh,
and we decided this should be a regular thing, and we needed a jingle.
We did.
I went on the internet and asked this thing called AI if they could help us with that.
I'm not sure whether I'll use AI on here. I think it might break.
Will it not like it?
No.
So, I'm going to press play, and you'll have to edit it out. Are we ready?
Can't wait.
Go on. I can hear Matt's anticipation.
Can you hear that?
No, can't hear anything.
No, it's coming out my headphones. Boo! Hiss.
Didn't work. What a shame.
No,
what a
that's
shame
a
that
shame.
Didn't work.
Less
editing.
Anybody who wants to message me, I will play this for you. I don't know how else I can put them. No, it's just coming out my headphones. Really boring. That is, isn't it?
It's perfectly fine. When we get around to doing some more of our specific socials for this, or a group social for this only, we'll put it up there for you guys to listen to.
Next episode, I'll be near my PC, and I can play it on my PC while I've got my headphones. And then Mr. Clark will not be able to escape.
Lurking Worms Internet Lurk.
Yeah. You will hear the intro. You'll have to investigate if we're actually allowed to play it or
not. I'll check.
Well, he's just going to say no anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just going to play it anyway if he says no. So.
Yeah, 100%.
I know that we're not allowed to have AI generated pictures.
It's not a picture. It's a jingle.
No.
Yeah.
They're very different.
I don't know. It'll probably turn out that it's been stolen from someone. That grog thing, whatever it is that Musk made, probably,
some alcoholic.
Heard about this?
No.
So
is this like pirate themed? This sounds quite fun.
Elon Musk,
right?
That's his name, isn't it? He's made his own AI for Teslas and everything else. I think it's called Grog or something like that.
Right. Oh, Grok with a K, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to call it Grog. Okay. It's better. So Grog. So essentially, it turned out that it had been saving everyone's questions and putting it on the internet. So and uploading it into Google. So everyone's searches and their responses was Googleable.
Okay.
So a really good bit of a.
Was he charging people for this?
I don't know. I think it's free, probably.
Oh, that's all right.
You probably get it with the Tesla or something.
What I think is quite interesting is that these things, like if you say these sentences together, like Musk used Grok to find all the information saved. It literally sounds like Warhammer anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be really boring if they're looking at my questions. It's like, what colour should I paint my space marines? I mean...
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you guys are actually using that AI to do the stuff, so you're fine.
Okay. Pink. Paint it pink. Always pink.
I mean, yeah, and if they're looking at yours, Matt, they're going to be in trouble if they start following those questions, aren't they?
Lurking Worms Internet Perv.
I don't understand why you guys think just because it's called a lurking worm doesn't mean it's sinister. It's a worm.
It's lurking.
Yeah, but how can a worm be sinister? Right. It's just lurking around.
How about the voyeuristic hyena? Right, voyeuristic hyena. Now that sounds dodgy. Yeah. Just like a lurking worm.
No, it doesn't, because they're totally different things, aren't they? One's a mammal, one's an invertebrate.
Yeah, but if you had the lurking robber sounds sinister, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
it's
a lurking worm doesn't sound sinister because it's not.
What about the hiding cephalopod? That works. That's just as creepy, and that's an invertebrate.
Yeah.
Either way,
no, he's not having it, Rich.
No, I'm not having it. No, sorry.
Right. Let's look at the corn book then.
Yeah, let's look at the corn book. So we'll
fine. We'll do what we're here for.
So this time Rich and I are going to go through the rules, and Paul's going to listen and react, and give us a bit of feedback as what he thinks. So we start with the battle trait. So it's similar, but also quite different. In that before you used to get blood tithe when a unit died, yours or your enemies, and then you'd use that to use abilities one-off and they'd be used. And I think a couple at some point did last longer, but you just unlocked and did them. Now you're essentially going through like a little table to unlock one after the other. But depending the way you go on the table means you can only get to certain ones if you go in the right direction. So it's like a skill tree almost, if you're an RPG person.
Skill tree makes sense to me. So I can understand.
A bit of a skill tree. The blood tithe generation is the same.
Just kill stuff.
Kill stuff and you get blood tithe. If one of your unit dies, enemy unit dies, you get blood tithe. There are other ways to get it later in the book, but we'll talk about that later. And then once per battle round, start of any turn, you can then unlock a new blood type ability, and it's just unlocked, and you can use it whenever you want.
Okay.
Based on its ability rules.
Yep, that makes sense.
As we found out on a couple of them.
Yes. So we'll go through all these rules first, and then we'll go through the extra rule they have on top, because Rich and I can talk about that a bit more, because I think we discussed it a bit when we played.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Murder Lust rule. This one is automatically unlocked. You get it at the start. Essentially, once per turn, you can add a dice, or you can roll a dice and change one of your charge roll dice to the dice you rolled. You don't have to do it. You can just choose to roll the dice, see what you get, and then choose to use it or not.
Okay, so you don't roll an extra dice. I've seen this happen on a couple of battle reports.
You don't roll an extra dice. So you do your charge roll dice, and then as it's a reaction, you'll then do your dice.
Okay.
Yeah, because the word is
very different.
On it. Yes. Yeah, you roll a dice, you replace one of the dice in your charge roll, so you can't replace it unless you've already rolled it.
Yeah, because if you're rolling 3d6, how do you know which one is the one you rolled?
Yeah, no, that's very different. Yeah, okay, so that's how it should be done.
And if you do change your dice, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds after the ability is resolved. So you might lose a model or two, but you're getting more into the mix.
The other way to look at it as well, put it in the mix. The other way you might want to do it is you might want to use that, like, if you're trying to get some early blood tithe, or you're trying to get some blood tithe and you've got that one guy left, you might want to do that to kill him off to get blood tithe.
Oh, that's a bit sneaky, Rich.
Yeah, you can do some
Yeah, that's a good point. It's another way to get blood tithe. That one lonely blood reaver.
Yeah.
So Murderlost, because I'm already unlocked, is the bottom or the bottom of your skill tree. Should we say?
That's your starting point.
That's your starting point. Okay.
Okay.
And then from there, you either go to Divine Scorn on one side, or punish the pacifist on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do Divine Scorn, and then Rich will take us through punish the pacifist.
Yep.
So for Divine Scorn, this one is done start of any turn, once per turn. So you could do it on both player turns if you wanted to. You're going to pick 3 enemy wizards or priests within 6 of any of your units. You roll a dice for each one. On a 3 up, they lose a power level.
Ooh.
And they lose a power level to a minimum of 0, which is quite different. Because normally
that's
you only go down
really
to 1.
Good. Yeah.
So you just be in 6, but you're a combat army, so hopefully be close anyway. You can almost turn off all their little priests and wizards who are going to be annoying.
All of those level 1 wizards and priests are just not going to do anything, are they?
Yeah.
And what's really good about it as well is because of when it occurs, let's say you get into combat your turn, it then goes to their turn, and I don't know, you're going against someone like Zinch or Skaven or even Lumineth or something like that. You could stop them getting to use any of their stuff in their turn.
Yeah.
Straight away before it even happens. So they could be literally doing nothing with their wizards, which is fantastic.
And then
that's pretty good.
Rich, do you want to take us through Punish the Pacifist?
Yes. So, Punish the Pacifist. Yeah. It's in the combat phase. 1 blood tithe.
Which combat phase? Just any?
Your combat. Unfortunately, your combat phase.
Yeah.
Okay. So, To declare it, each unit, friendly enemy, and enemy manifestations that are not in combat are the targets. So anything that's not in combat on the battlefield is a target. You roll a dice. On a 1 and 2, you inflict 1 mortal damage on each target. On a 3+, you inflict 1 mortal damage on each enemy target. So great for just chucking out damage, just 1 mortal wound here and there to everything. The downside of 1 and 2 happens more than you think. But overall, it's quite a fun ability, unless you've both got it.
You know what's really going to annoy me about that ability? I might have to put wound markers on like 10 different units. Multi-wound units.
And that's what Rich and I
really
found
going to annoy me.
when we were playing on the other night. It went off, and then everything basically had a marker on it.
Well, we both picked it. That was the thing.
Yeah.
We both picked it.
Yeah.
So every turn there was mortal wounds banging about the place. Except you having your Demon 7 awards and me not, meant I was like, right, I really have to get into combat.
You chose to use men. That was your choice.
I still stand by that, mate. Still stand by
that. So, if you followed the Divine Scorn path, the next one above it you could unlock would be an ability called Murder the Mystic. So you have to have unlocked Divine Scorn or you can't use this one. All right? You're going to pick 4 enemy manifestations to be a target. There is that's battlefield wide. Doesn't matter where they are on the battlefield. You make a banishment roll. Essentially, if you banish them, they're banished because it's a banishment roll. But also, you do D3 mortal damage on each enemy unit within 3 of it as well.
So that would, I imagine, that would be really good if you're playing something like Gloomspite Gits, Skaven, or the
all round the bell.
Clans.
Yeah. And there are a few manifestations now which people like to sit around, aren't there?
Yeah. The little cauldron I was thinking of, the little scuttle one for Gloomspite Gits, and the one for the Crawl Boys.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called now.
There are a few. Murder the Mystic is the first one that's cost 2 blood types, to be clear as well.
Okay, so is this like level 2 ability?
Let's say level 2. Although technically on this skill line there's a 3-cost one as well.
Okay, so we say second tier or something.
Second tier, then this one costs 2. The first 2 both cost 1. So I'll do the next one, and if Rich, you do Revel in Battle.
Okay, thanks.
The next one can be used if you've gone down either initial path. So whether you've done Divine Scorn or Punish Pacifist, you can still do this one because it's kind of in the middle. So in some ways, if you went to this one, it gives you the most flexibility because it's in the middle to go to the next tier. So this one costs 2 Blood Tithe, and it is -1 to hit for your units from shooting, which is quite good if you're fighting a shooting army.
Yep. I mean, it's very, very kind of situational. Some armies will be amazing, other armies will be of no use whatsoever.
No.
But I guess you have to take it to get to the next level in the tree, so you might be forced to take it.
You don't have to, because it's in the middle. You could choose to do
you could go around the outsides.
Or Revel in Battle, which we'll do in a second.
Okay, yeah.
So you're saying that I will revel in battle or I'll read a thing? Because I do revel in battle. My enemies fear me.
Both.
Perfect.
Is that because of your war cry, is it?
Well, it's because when I'm, and this is really, really sad, and this is a little bit of personal information on the reveal. When I'm in the gym, if I'm having a hard time doing a bench press or lifting some weights, I will genuinely recite to myself the bit from Conan the Barbarian, where it's like, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. And I'll just recite that to myself while I'm doing it. That's why I revel in that.
Well, you've got to find something to motivate yourself.
Yeah, I thought it was because he didn't like the coffee one, but...
Oh, they're I like them. They're quite nice. No one else likes them, so I get loads. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
right,
so take us through Revel in Battle then, Rich.
It's 3 cans of Red Bull today, I apologise. Right, so Revel in Battle, it costs a hefty 3 blood type. So you only get this if you have unlocked Punish the Pacifist. It's a passive ability, and the effect is, other than the companion weapon ability, weapon abilities for combat attacks made by enemy units that charge this turn and that target a friendly Blade of Khorne's unit have no effect. So can be really, really useful if you're getting charged by someone like, let's say, cavalry with +1 damage, they won't get it. If you've got someone who's got crit mortals, suddenly they're crit nothing. So it is good. And that's probably representative of the 3 blood type cost.
So in the game we played, we both unlocked this one because that's just what we decided to do. There was no point doing the shooting one because we're both Khorne.
Yeah.
And there was no point doing the other tree in the first place because none of us have wizards.
No.
So to get this far, you'd have had to have got 4 blood ties?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't need...
in total, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 1 for Punish the Pacifist, then we're down to this for 4, yeah.
Yeah.
But what was interesting is we both unlocked abilities, which we'll go into in the end, that will give you pluses when you charge or when you're in combat. But the first round, they didn't apply because of this.
So it kind of anti-affected each other on like the mirror match a bit.
Okay, because you switched off all the abilities.
Basically, yeah. So, following my side of the tree, Murder the Mystic, we're now on to an ability called Slaughter Triumphant, which costs 4 blood tithe, and you get +1 attacks if you charge, if you have this ability. Pretty good. It does cost 4 blood tithe. But, you want to charge because you're Khorne. So, that's pretty
straightforward. It plays it down.
Yeah. And then, do you want to do Cleave Wide the Grin of Khorne, Rich?
Do you know what, Matt? I do want to do Cleave Wide the Grin of Khorne.
So kind.
So, Cleave Wide the Grin of Khorne, 4 blood tithe. You can only unlock this if you have done Revel in Battle or Glorious Combat or Naught. So, like we said previously, Matt's one, Slaughter Triumphant, was Glorious Combat or Naught and Murder the Mystic. So, if you're looking to maybe get access to either of these, you might want to take that middle option in the tree of Glorious Combat and Naught, so you can have access to both of these. Obviously, entirely your choice. But this one, pretty straightforward. Add 1 to the hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Blades of Khorne units. So either add 1 to the attack or add 1 to the hits. So again, those 2 abilities pretty straightforward, pretty powerful. 4 blood tithe can be a lot, because by that point, the cheapest way of doing it is probably going to be 7 blood tithe?
Yes, if you go down Matt's route.
Yeah.
So they can be quite. That's quite a lot of units, but hopefully you're the one doing the killing.
Yeah, hopefully.
And did you want me to do the last one? The Blood Drenched, Matt?
I'll do it in a second. It's fine, don't worry.
Ooh, he got it all in charge there, didn't he? He's like, no, I'll do it in a second.
Yes, podcast daddy.
Well, there's more than one ability on it, so we're going to share it.
All right.
Because you can do the men one, and I'll do the demon one.
I thought you were going to say something completely different there for a second.
So one thing to bear in mind with the skill tree is you don't block out any abilities by unlocking other ones. They're also available, but you still have to have done the unlock requirement to do them. So even if you go to Slaughter Triumphant, you can't then jump across to Cleave by the Grin of Khorne. Unless you've unlocked the Glorious Combat or not.
Yeah.
So there's certainly an argument to say then, really. You might want to go, let's say, first level Murderlust you've got, you go one of the other 2, and then you might even go, do you know what, I'm just going to do Glorious Combat or not, and then maybe I'll do Revel in Battle the next one. And then you've got access to everything. So
yeah, potentially. You just have to be careful with the first one you unlock, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think you could probably plan your route depending on what you're playing against as well. Because if they haven't got any wizards to get those manifestations out, then there's no point going down like the anti-magic route. You might as well go the other way. Even if they haven't got any shooting, you might as well go the other way because it might come in handy.
Yeah. So they also had their new ability that they have is called Blood Drenched. So this essentially gives an ability to each of the types of unit in the army, almost, if they're bloodbound, demon, or monster.
Sorry, bloodbound or bloodhound?
Yeah, or bloodhound. Wasn't that a band as well at one point, Bloodhound? Was Bloodhound Gang?
Mate, Bloodhound Gang are still going strong. From my understanding of their following their Instagram, they're looking at doing a new album soon. So, big fan of Bloodhound Gang. Good. Unsurprisingly to anybody who knows me.
So this blood drenched ability, you can only choose to do it if at least half the number of units on both players' army rosters combined, rounding up, have been destroyed. So this does require a bit of math and working out, and then also making sure you take stuff off at the right time, which doesn't always work out. And when Rich and I played, we found this one almost didn't come into it. I did it for the sake of it, but we basically only had like 2 units left each anyway.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt a bit almost like too late to actually be enjoyable to use it. But that was only for one game.
I think we also, again, when we go into it further, we'll get into it a bit more. But I think also we had that issue where we were turning off all the abilities on the charge. So this was like,
yeah. So it didn't actually affect that much, did it? Yeah. So if you do unlock this ability, you don't have to do it. It is any hero phase you can do it in. One negative for using it is you can no longer basically do all out defense. You get no positive modifiers to save rolls for any of your units.
I mean, the other way to look at it is just saving a CP.
Yeah, that's what I'd look at it. And then do you want to do Blood Haze? And I'll do the other two, Rich.
Yeah, why not? Treat myself. So, Blood Haze. Blood-hungry weapons used by friendly bloodbound, which is the mortal side of things, units have crit mortal. So, there are some really, really good, I think, really, really good mortal units. And having crit mortals is phenomenal. So, I really like that. But like I say, you ignore positive modifiers to save rolls for that. So, it's swings and roundabouts. But I like that.
Yeah. So the other two are both technically demon ones, really, at the moment. Although maybe that's going to change.
No, I think definitely. Ooh.
More because it does. If you look, so the ability is called Blood Lord Supreme. We know Blood Lords is all the Khorne demons, but it just says Blades of Khorne monster units. Doesn't say demon units. So maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a new, I just realised that. But if you,
I know exactly why that is. The Korgorath has the monster keyword.
Oh, does it?
And it doesn't have the demon keyword.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, nothing exciting. Just a Korgorath. So
I don't know. It kind of makes me want to get a Korgorath.
Well, I mean, it does get +1 damage to its blood-hungry weapons, which is quite good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I mean, it makes Bloodthirster damage 5 base or damage 6 if you're instant rage, I think, isn't it?
Would that work on demon? Because you can ally demon princes into anything, can't you? Have they got the monster keyword?
They won't have blood-hungry weapons.
They won't have blood-hungry.
So you have to have the blood-hungry weapon ability, which is why Revel in Battle stops it so much.
Yes, okay.
Because you lose the blood-hungry on your weapon.
Yeah, okay.
And then if you're a demon and not a monster, you get to add one to your rend characteristic, including companion.
Yep.
So they're all quite nice little abilities. But
but obviously you've got to lose so many units before this happens.
That's it.
Okay. Unless you kill most of your opponent.
Well, even then, if you kill most of your opponent, let's say you've got 10 units on the battlefield and they've got 10. 10 units die. You do this ability. So by that point, if you've lost
2, say, and they've lost 8, okay, you're winning.
You've already
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Or if they've got 8 units, the way I found this was I didn't think that having less. I think that if you were losing, this isn't going to make you win. This isn't going to help you win. This is just going to be
Win
cool.
more.
I win more or I lose by a little bit less. It isn't going to swing the battle.
No.
Okay.
But there we go. So let's go on to the formations. So, Rich, if I get you to do... I'll do Cornate Legion and Eager Killers, Murder Host, and you do Brass Stampede and Bloodbound Warhorde. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So we'll start with.
So you're doing.
I'm doing
Murder
Cornate
Host
Legion.
and Cornate Legion.
Yeah. So I'll do Cornate Legion first. This one's kind of the mixed one, so it helps if you have demons and Bloodbound. And it's a reaction when you do a fight with a Khorne demon unit. You're going to pick a Bloodbound unit that hasn't fought wholly within 12. And they can fight immediately after your demons do. They don't get any
chain.
You basically chain in from a demon to a Bloodbound.
Okay, and I understand why you're saying Bloodhound now, because that says that in the app, doesn't it?
Yeah, in the app it says Bloodhound, strangely. But the only thing, that is once per turn, though.
Yeah, it is once per turn, so you can only do it once. And then do you want to do Brass Stampede, Rich?
Yeah, why not? So Brass Stampede is a passive in the charge phase. Drawn to Carnage. So effect, add X to charge rolls for friendly Blades of Khorne units, where X is the number of friendly Blade of Khorne cavalry or monster units that have already charged this phase and that are wholly within 12 inches of the unit being rolled for. So you charge with one unit of cavalry or monster, and you're now adding 1 to the charge rolls of everything else within 12 of it. So that's a good one to get lots of units in. So if you've got someone close, get them in, you're buffing everybody else's charge. It's cumulative, so you charge the second unit in, great. The third unit gets +2. Charge 3 units in, +4, +3, etc., etc. So can be handy to get lots in. I'm so bad at maths. So bad at it. So I don't even know why I tried. But I make up for it with looks, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that one. But I didn't use enough monsters, and I had 1 unit of cavalry, so I didn't pick that.
Yeah. I think that one could be the base one you kind of go for, because it just gives you a nice little bonus.
Yeah, if you're spamming out the cav, which I don't mind, I guess you might do. Or Khorgoraths, if you've got a million Khorgoraths.
Khorgoraths. And you probably want one Bloodthirster in whatever list you have, really.
You could charge in 6 Khorgoraths and then get a Bloodthirster on +6 to charge.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah. Can you still buy Cloak Khorgoraths?
I don't think you've ever been able to buy them singly, have you?
You only get them in almost like the start collecting box still.
Yeah, I can't remember. Is there a spearhead with them in? No, I don't think there is there?
No, they're only in that box. I think because they were a starter set one, weren't they? So they're still on that.
They were, yeah.
The sprue with everything else on it, I expect.
Shame. I've never had one for that reason.
I suppose there's a million of them on eBay, isn't there? I would think.
Oh, probably.
I'll have to take a peek.
So Murder Host is the one that just affects demon units. If they use the fight ability, they're not in combat, they can move D6. But they can't move into combat with that move.
Okay, just a bit of extra movement.
Is that the one you had?
This is the one I used. Yeah, which was quite good, because it meant that I chose the battle tactic, which name I can't remember now, where I've got to get into the middle of the board on the first one. And this has helped me do it, because Richard come up and was in front of the middle, so I couldn't get to it. So I charged his unit, killed it, and then all my units moved D6 into the middle.
Which is more impressive when you understand what the unit is, when I tell you in a minute.
Yeah.
When we get to it.
So, Bloodbound or Bloodhound?
Warhorde. So, Tireless Conquerors. Add 1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Bloodhound/Bloodbound units that target an enemy unit that's contesting an objective you do not control. So again, it plays into what you want to do. You want to charge forward and hit people. Great. They're sitting on their objectives to stop you. You're going to go and hit them. It's that straightforward. I liked it. I used that and I did like it. It didn't come up as much as I thought, but I did like it.
Yeah. Well, I kind of pinned you back a bit, then, didn't I? So you didn't really get to charge on to the objectives.
Yeah. Only because that unit that shall not be named yet didn't do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So listening into those, I think I like the +1 to hit because all-out attack obviously has a downside these days, so that's kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that D6 move at the end could be properly sneaky with what you can do.
Yeah. It is only on your turn, that one, the D6 move.
Yeah, I'm just thinking you could charge something with a Bloodthirster, power through, then do D6 move after you've powered through as well. So that seems quite...
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
Well, that's true.
Cheeky.
Solid. Get loads of movement out of that.
Yeah.
So would you go for that one, you think, then?
Depends what my list is, really. I think if I had a couple of Bloodthirsters, I'd probably take that. But if I had like a load of Skull Reapers or something, I think I'd go +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Or Bloodletters, maybe.
Okay.
So I think the cavalry one is a bit too specific.
It's cavalry or monsters. So you can
cavalry or monster. So pluses to charge on a Bloodthirster actually isn't bad. Are they monster? I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're monster. Yeah. The problem is you'll have to charge if you have a 1 Bloodthirster with it, you'll charge him in, and then he'll then get around him, give that whole in 12 of him +1 to a charge, but he's already in. So and you might find he's already further away than you want him to be.
Yeah,
because he moves
staying in that 12 bubble, I guess, is the issue.
It. So I think I like the idea of them is really good. How they actually play in the actual game is another thing.
So it's really, I suppose, a choice between that or the other one, and probably the D6 move one would win out if you were running an all Bloodthirster list.
Yeah, probably. So heroic traits then. So the first one is magical scorn. So it's essentially -1 to cast, -1 to chant if they are within 12 of you. Which is just not a bad basic.
It's not dreadful, is it?
No.
I don't know, because it kind of wants you to put your guy, your whoever hero with this on, into danger a bit more. But I suppose your Khorne, you kind of want to do that anyway.
Yeah. Then they've also got Frenzied Taskmaster. You pick a infantry or cavalry unit in combat range of the character, and they can move D6. But if they finish the move in combat range, they suffer that many mortals equal to the roll.
When do you
basically be outside of 3?
So movement phase.
Any move or your
movement phase? Only in your movement phase.
Okay, so you can't. It's not like the old Murderlust where you can get in and stop people charging you.
No, only your movement phase. So again, that one's probably the one you might want to do and use them. I think. Well, oh yeah, I'll talk about that later. I had like a little idea for how to design with Bloodbound to try and get Blood Tithe, which Rich and I discussed, but I'll talk about that later. And I think that one probably helps it a bit. We'll talk about that later. The last one, if the heroic traits, is Skull Collector. So if you damage an enemy hero and that hero is dead, you get +1 attacks for the rest of the battle.
Okay.
Well,
and you can do that multiple times.
So it does have to be. Oh yes. Yeah, so if any damage points are allocated to any hero,
yeah.
So you don't even have to be the one to kill it.
All you got to do is damage them. If you did one wound, one caused them to lose 1 health, and then your other unit killed them, your character would still get a +1 attack for the rest of the battle.
Yeah, that feels like Bloodthirster. Really better, isn't it?
How many extra attacks did he get, Matt?
I think he had +4 Maratha Khorne in the end, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a battle damage for most of the battle, so just made him a normal attacks for most of it. But it was. But
that's arguably even another great thing about it, because you're mitigating your damage.
Yeah, which is quite good. Do you want to do the artifacts for us, Rich?
Do you know what? I think I do. So, first one, I think you made me do this just to try and say this one. So the first one, Argath, the King of Blades. Its passive ability on the artifact in the combat phase. Ward rolls cannot be made for enemy heroes whilst they're in combat with this unit. Straightforward, no harm on that.
That's good.
That's like the Manchester blade, then, isn't it? Argath.
Argav. All right, Argav. Yeah. He likes pies, and he likes making sure you got no ward rolls. I really apologise for my accent. That's terrible. Next one, Collar of Contempt. This unit can use unbind abilities as if it was a wizard one. Each time this unit successfully unbinds a spell, inflict D3 mortals on the caster. Again, straightforward, no mess. And lastly, end of your turn, pick an enemy unit that had any damage points allocated to it this turn by this unit's combat attacks to be the targets. Roll a d3 on a 2+, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. So the bad d3 damage, basically.
Dirty d3,
yeah. I know I picked the King of Blades. It was irrelevant for us.
I think most people are going to pick that nearly every battle, aren't they?
Yeah, because it turns off the ward rolls for any attacks against them, not just stack heroes attacks, which is why it's really good.
You just charge in, stand next to, I don't know, a Great Unclean One, and it's got no 5-up ward for everything that fights it.
Yep.
And would continue through to the next turns, like shooting. I mean, you don't get shooting Khorne really much, but
so
it would still apply.
This is a passive, I think, only in the combat phase. It says
no. It says while they're in combat with this unit.
Oh, yeah. Ignore me.
It is a passive combat ability because it's the colour of it, but it's a passive ability, so it would just last the whole time, wouldn't it? I think
it would do. Yeah,
it's almost as if I should read the rules.
The sneaky thing I guess you could do is take like that Skaven Regiment of Renown with all the shooting in it.
One. Yeah.
And then stand your guy next to the hero and shoot him off with no ward. Yeah. But I mean, you're probably, if you've got it on a Bloodthirster, that's probably going to kill them anyway, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. So one thing to note with this one is that although you want to take Argath, the Collar of Contempt is actually quite tempting to take because you essentially have very few unbinds in the army.
Are you saying the collar is very contempting?
Yes, very tempting. Why it's not just called brass collar, I don't know. I mean, the fluff says it's a brass collar, but just call it the brass collar of contempt.
Is that some sort of weird? If you Google it, it comes up with something horrific thing.
Maybe
implement or something.
No, let's find out.
Rich is now Googling brass collar. See what comes up. That might be
right.
It'll probably take you to Bonnie Blue's website, won't it?
No, literally, it's just brass. Just a little brass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, what would your pick be then, Paul? Out of those, what trait and artifact would you take?
Well, I'm taking the King of Blades every single time, pretty much on Bloodthirster, and then traits-wise, probably I do like the extra move for the other units near something.
Yeah,
I think D6 extra move, especially if you've got a lot of like foot troops, a lot of infantry. I think that's pretty good. But if I wasn't running the infantry, probably the +1 attacks again so double up on the Bloodthirster, no ward saves and +1 attack when you kill heroes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're literally just pacing people. And again, if you've managed to get that blood drenched ability off, I think he gets +1 damage.
Yes,
from on those attacks as well. So you're suddenly doing what on most Bloodthirsters about 5 damage a pop, and you get an extra points on it with no wards.
Yeah, super good.
So if I do the prayer law, Rich, and you can do manifestations,
why not?
That sound okay?
Yeah, I'm fine with
it. So their unlimited prayer links back to their battle trait, which is quite nice because you actually get to use it a bit more. For the blood drenched one. So you're going to pick a unit holy in 12 of one of your priests, and then to the start of your next turn, the effect of blood drench applies to that unit. And and that goes on a 4. If you do it on an 8, you get to ignore the no positive to your save also.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's the nice thing about the prayer law is you get to use the blood drenched rather than not being able to use it almost.
Okay, so if you've got a few priests, actually, you could have quite a few units that are blood drenched.
Yeah, which is quite good. Because you can kind of cherry pick the ones you want to have the abilities.
Yeah.
They've also got Blood Boil, which I think used to be on the War Scroll, didn't it? I think.
Yeah, it used to be on
the Slaughter Priest. I think it
Slaughter
was.
Priest, yeah.
That was a classic one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a lot better before, but it's still okay now. You roll on this prayer, it's a 4 still, you roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in target unit. For every 5 up, you do mortal damage.
Horde killer, okay.
Horde killer, but also, if you do it on an 8, in addition, they are -1 to wound for their attacks until you start your next turn.
Okay.
Which is quite good, and that's from their attacks. So that's shooting and combat. So that's not a bad one to do. You want to try and weaken someone a bit.
It's got a nice range to it as well, hasn't it, Matt?
Yes, 18 inches. So it's actually quite a good little poke. The last one is Final Act of Violence. So this one, the unit has to be wholly in 12 of the priest, and until the start of your next turn, each time a model is slain, you roll dice essentially, or a dice, and every 5 up there's a mortal back to the enemy unit. So when a model dies in combat, you roll a dice, on a 5 up you do mortal back.
Okay, so it's the old zombie thing, basically.
Similar, yeah. And if the chart rolls an 8, you roll 2 dice rather than 1.
Oh, that's quite good.
So it's not bad if you've got a big unit of something.
Yeah, like Blood Reavers or something.
Blood Reavers.
Exactly my thoughts. You take a big unit of 20 Blood Reavers, you get this on them, you chuck them into something, and you could potentially do a lot on them back. Well, I think if the whole unit died, what would that be? You'd get Blood Tithe, which is great.
Blood Tithe.
So if they all died on a 5 up, it would be about 6 mortals, yeah. And if you're rolling the 2 dice, that'd be about 12 mortals. That's pretty good.
Not too bad, really. And they're actually even the Blood Reavers, they're not actually a slouch, as Rich found out when he played. They are mega cheap. They charge in, and actually they're actually not too bad. They were quite impressive, really. So that's their 3 prayers they get. Do you want to take us through the manifestations, Rich?
I do indeed. So we'll start at Bleeding Icon. So it costs 4 to summon, and if its ability, for want of a better term, if there is not a friendly Bleeding Icon on the battlefield, pick a Khorne priest to do it. You set it up wholly within 18 of the character and visible to them. And it's 8 health, 7+ management, 5 up save, with a 6 up ward. And its ability is once per turn in your hero phase, declare a visible friendly Blades of Khorne unit wholly within 8 inches of the manifestation to be the target. Then pick a Blood Tithe ability that you have not yet unlocked. Roll a dice. If the roll equals or exceeds the Blood Tithe cost of the chosen ability, until the start of the next turn, the target can use the chosen ability as if it had been unlocked. So, for example, let's say you go down the route to get Anti-Wizard, you might use this then to go, well, actually, I'm now going to try and unlock Revel in Battle for my guys. And you roll higher than 3. Roll under the 3, over the 3.
It's over the 3, yeah.
Isn't it equal to?
Over.
Equal over, or is it over? I think it's equal over.
I think it's
equal would be fairer. Otherwise, you're going to struggle.
Yeah, it's equal or exceeds.
Equals or exceeds. Yeah. So you get that. You say a 3 up. You go on that one, for example, and you're suddenly that unit's got more there. So
yeah,
it's not bad. Or if you're feeling lucky, you go for one of the 4 Blood Tithe ones and hope for the best. Because that's still 4, 5, 6. Actually,
it's good to do that. Weapon abilities don't work against you. I think that's where it's good, because that one is quite powerful, especially if you chuck something out into the middle of the board.
Early doors before you could have possibly got it. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it?
So the weakness of this is, as I found out when I summoned it the other night, is you summon it in your back line thinking you want to do it from your back, and then all your stuff moves away, and then it's just there looking pretty.
Yeah, and doing it from the back is always a problem.
Exactly. So I think you really have to chuck it in front of you a bit.
It's never a problem for the lurking worm.
So you have to put it in front of your army, I think.
Yeah.
And then try to get it a unit to just about fit in it on that first go, rather than having it at the back. You've got to really put it in front.
I mean, having that in combination...
You really need to just don't go... It's getting worse.
Yeah, if you have it in combination with that other prayer, the one that gives you the blood drench ability, you could actually get like a really beefy unit. Like if you'll get the 4, 5, 6s and get like +1 to hit or something.
Yeah, or +1 attack or whatever, or anything like that, isn't it? That could be
suddenly
pretty good.
That unit's suddenly a lot scarier.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going from the back.
Yeah.
I'll move on. Hexgorger Skulls. You declare it, score 4. If there is not a friendly Hexgorger Skull invocation on the battlefield, you do it, basically. You set it up wholly within 12 inches of the Chancer and 9 inch and visible to them, so obscuring comes into play. If you want to know more about obscuring, check out what we said on the previous one about the...
I don't think obscuring works on friendly models, so you don't need to worry about it.
I know, I just want people to listen to other ones. That's what I'm trying to get them to do.
A nice segue, Rich. I'll give you that.
I know. Born professional, me. 12 inches within the caster, visible to them, and more than 9 inches away from one of the units. It has 2 parts, and they have to be set up within 8. It's 8-inch movement, 6 health, 7+ banishment, and a 5-up save. Its attacks, 2 attacks, 4s and 3s, no rend, D3 damage. Passive ability in the command phase. For each part of this manifestation that is within 8 inches of a wizard, subtract 1 from the casting roll for that wizard. And again, classic multiple parts. You destroy 1, destroy both, basically.
So another -1 to cast. That's quite good when you combo that with the item. All of a sudden, -2 to cast.
You're really leaning into that. Yeah, there's definitely ways in this to properly deal with wizards and magic.
I think the weakness of it is that it has to start 9 away.
Yes.
So when the turn comes out, it doesn't actually do anything.
It's never going to get to within 8 of a wizard. No, that's true.
So it has to. You have to be lucky and charge it in to get it in range.
Yeah.
It probably dies, or you have to hope that you can move up towards the wizard eventually.
Yeah, it's a like a counter cast kind of thing you need to do, so you can move it. Then you'll go.
Yeah, it's definitely a counter one.
But it's on a 4, so that's quite tricky because that'd be a 5, wouldn't it?
Yeah, unless you already bumped up for the previous turn.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And the last one, Wrath Axe. You set it up within 12 of the Chancer, visible to them, more than 9 away from the enemies again. 8-inch movement, 7 health, 7+ banishment, 5-up save. I should say all of these, like all of the manifestations that I've seen so far, have 6-up ward. 4 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2 rends, D3 damage. That's pretty tasty. And any combat phase, if this manifestation is charged this turn, pick an enemy unit with a starting size greater than 1 that is in combat with this manifestation to be the target. Roll 2d6. On an 8+, it's slain.
Ooh.
Oh, so 1 model in the target unit is slain. So
not
you, for
not
example,
the unit.
No,
that's a bit different.
Well, exactly. But I found with this one that annoyingly, the only time I got it off, I charged it into a Bloodthirster. So I was like, it didn't really do anything. I couldn't use that ability. But if you're fighting Varangard, you get 3 Varangard or something.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Yep. You could take out some big stuff with it.
Yeah.
And those are the manifestations.
Like all in all, it's all okay. There's nothing like amazing.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no real standout, is there?
No.
But all of it's like, I might use that.
Use. You can do some cool stuff. I think the prayer law is better than the manifestation law for me.
Yes, I agree.
The prel's a lot
like,
better.
If your wizards are like, okay, well, we haven't got much else to do now, I need some more bodies or something, you might chuck one of these out. Or if you're fighting more magic heavy than anything else, you might go, do you know what? I'm just going to lob out the gorgeous skulls. It could be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they fight all right as well, don't they? The skulls and the Rathax are both quite fighty.
I mean, the Rathax is basically like the old Bloodthirster stat line, where it's D3 damage is the thing with it.
Yeah. If it was flat 3, that would be really good then, wouldn't
it? That's it. If it's D3 damage, you're going to roll ones. Let's be clear. And
I
mean, even if it was 4 damage.
Even if it was a consistent 2 damage, that would be better as well, to be fair. Just something like that, more consistent. I prefer that.
So let's go to the War Scrolls now. Do you want to alternate them, Rich, or do you want me to do all the demon ones? You can do all of the Bloodhound ones. Gang.
Bloodhound Gang. Good old evil Elvis himself.
Maybe let's alternate. That way we both get a little bit of a break. One of us endlessly talking. Might be a bit better. All right.
You'll have to tell me which one it is because I'm on the app and that's going to be different to you.
So I'll do Scarbrand. You do Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster. Okay?
Okie doke.
So we'll do Scarbrand first. He is very similar to what he used to be like. So he's move 8. He cannot fly still because his wings are tattered. He's 16 health, 4 up save, 5 control, 5 up ward. He has Slaughter and Carnage still. Slaughter is his blood-hungry weapon. So that one can be +1 damage, potentially. It has 4 attacks, 3s to hit, 2s to wound, rend 2, damage 4. So it could be damage 5. And then Carnage has crit mortal, and you get 2 attacks with that. 3s, 2s, rend 2, damage 8. So could be quite good. He has a passive ability which is Scarbrand's Rage, which is if he has 10 or more damage on him, or if he did not use a fight ability last turn, the effects of Blood Drenched apply to him. So he basically gets to access it early.
Okay, that's quite good. So that's +1 to hit and extra damage automatically, isn't it?
So not +1 to hit, just +1 damage.
Okay.
To Slaughter. So he's damage 5 essentially.
Yeah.
From the out.
So effectively, you turn 1, you don't get him into combat because he's too far away.
Yeah.
You charge him in turn 2 because he didn't fight in turn 1. He now has an extra damage on his attacks.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you say he's too far away, but he gets to roll 3 dice when he charges.
Mm-hmm.
And then potentially you can change one of those dice with the battle trait
ability,
if you want to.
Which you you might want to do, to be fair, because if you want him to take some damage, it's not a bad shout to get him closer to it.
Yeah.
And he could be stood next to one of the other guys who's got that move D6 ability as well, so he could move D6 plus his move and then charge 3D6.
Yeah. So you could definitely get wherever you want to go.
I like how that ability is worded as well, to be fair, because that's handy when you're dealing with people who like. What's that? There's a spell from Cruel Boys that lowers your charge by 1 dice.
Yeah.
So you, in theory, if you can get multiple sources to this, you could go up to 3. It doesn't matter if something's negating one of the dice.
Yeah,
you've got
multiple
sources.
Yeah,
you could still get to 3 dice even if you minus 1. I like
3 is always the maximum, though. To be clear, you can't ever go over 3.
I don't think I've seen anybody with the ability to have more than 3.
I think it's gone now, isn't it?
That would be mad.
He has one more ability, which is Rampage. This is in the combat phase. If an enemy unit in combat to be a target, you roll either 3 dice or a number of dice equal to the number of damage points the unit has. And for every 4 up, you do a mortal wound on the target.
Ooh.
So as he's more hurt, he can potentially do more mortals.
Yeah.
Which again is pretty cool. And that's what he does. Pretty good.
Yeah. Not dreadful at all. How many points?
That's a good point. Well, you guys from the app, if you click on it, it'll tell you. Scroll down on his page and it will come up.
450.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
too bad.
Yeah, borderline.
So
there is one thing though you didn't mention, Matt, which is worth mentioning. It's got a 5-up ward.
yeah, I did say that.
All right, Matt did say that.
Is that not a Khorne thing because that's what they used to be in the faction pack? All of the
basically all the
big demons.
big stuff has 5-up ward. Yeah.
I never use this stuff.
Yeah, big demons have 5-up ward. Do you want to do Wrath of Khorne, Rich, for us?
Do you know what, mate? I'll do the Wrath of Khorne. I think that's a good idea. It's one of my better ones. So Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster, 12-inch movement, 16 health, 5 control, 4-up save. It's got a ranged attack, Hellfire Breath, 8 inches. It's got shooting combat, 2d6 attacks, 2s to hit, 3s to wound, 1 rend, 1 damage. In combat, it's got a Mighty Axe of Khorne and Blood Veil, which is anti-hero plus 1 rend, and it's blood hungry. 6 attacks, 3s to hit, 2s to wound, 2 rend, and 4 damage. So again, because it's blood hungry, you get 5 attacks if you've got blood traps going off.
Yeah.
Battle damaged, the attacks characteristic of the axe is reduced to 4 if he's taken 10 or more damage points. He's got a once per turn army in the combat phase ability, which is Commander of Tyrants. You pick another visible, friendly, non-unique Blades of Khorne demon unit to be the target. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic for this unit's melee weapons for the rest of the turn. So, example of this is when me and Matt played. Matt used this to great effect with his bloodletters that were fighting across the battlefield to another unit. Made them a lot better. And another one, Vengeance of Khorne. Again, once per turn army, any combat phase. This is his rampage. Pick an enemy hero in combat with this unit to be the target. Roll 8 dice, for each 4+, and inflict 1 mortal on the target. And Wrathful Dominance, which is just a passive ability again on him. Add 1 to the hit rolls for the unit's attacks that target an enemy hero. So he's definitely the hero killer.
Wow, yeah, he's a real hero killer, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think if hero killing is the business, then for him, business is good.
Yeah. And so he can still take items. So he can take Argas Blade, and suddenly there's no ward on it. So he's then going to be rend 3 against heroes.
3, yeah.
Ooh, I mean, he almost lends himself as well to the heroic trait of +1 attack when you kill a hero as well.
Yeah.
So he starts getting absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Points-wise, 410. So I think that he's not bad for what he does. I think
that's reasonable. Yeah.
I think 400, but again, I think because he's situational. I say that, but even then, if he's going up against pretty much anything with a rend 2, 4 damage or 5 damage attack, it's fine. He's not going anywhere.
He's still doing damage, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the guy you have in there if you think you're going to fight a lot of heroes, because he's just going to beat them up.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll do Infinite Rage, Rich, and then if you do Unfettered Fury for the last 2 Bloodthirsters. So the stats are the same basically as the Wrath of Khorne. There's no change there. The Internet Rage one does not have the
Internet Rage one.
Yeah. He does not have
Matt found him on his corner.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is Big Axe dude, isn't it?
He's basically a big axe guy, yeah. Yeah, he's got a giant axe. So he is anti-infantry. He is. That's his special ability, basically. So because he's got a great axe of Khorne, he's damage 5 rather than damage 4.
He's going to be damage 6 with the blood drench. Yeah. That's really good.
Hit and wounds are the same, but he only has 5 attacks. So he loses an attack compared to the other guys, but he has more damage. But it could be, like you said, damage 6, which could be pretty tasty, especially when he's rend 3 against infantry. He's still got his old ability, which is if you're on a critical hit, you do D3 mortal damage on each enemy unit within 8 of it. And then you continue the attack sequence. So it doesn't end like in normal mortals. It's a bonus, which is good.
Very good.
He goes down to 3 attack if he's battle damaged. Not so good. And his rampage is once per turn charge phase. You roll a d3 on a 2-up. You inflict that amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. But if they're infantry, you do an additional 3 mortal damage on it. So you're going to do, if you do it, 4 to 6 on infantry.
5 or 6 mortals, yeah.
Essentially, which does make him, which is nice to have in there to make him a bit more infantry.
Yeah.
And that's what, and that's all he does really. It's just a damage.
Absolute beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still smacks face.
Yeah.
Oof. And he's 420 points. This one.
Okay.
Not too bad. So, do you want to do Unfettered Fury then, Rich?
Yeah, of course. I was just that insensate rage. I've not looked at that, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm in love. That's fantastic.
We'll talk about it in a minute, but with all of them, they're all unique against a certain thing, which is nice.
Yes.
But it also kind of means that when you don't fight that thing, they're just not quite as good.
You kind of need a mix of them, don't you?
You end up because he'll potentially run in, miss some attacks because he only has 5, and then where he's run 2, and they're going to all defense it. Suddenly you do like 5 damage, and you're like, oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
I'm used to using clan rats, mate, so 5 damage is impressive. So Unfettered Fury, again, same movement, health, control, and save. He's got a shooting attack with the Lash of Khorne, 8 inches, shoots in combat, 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1 rend, d3 damage. So you're rolling 1s, basically. And Mighty Axe of Khorne, this is Blood Hungry, anti-monster +1 rend, 6 attacks, 3s and 2s, 2 rend, 4 damage. Again, if he's battle damage 10 or more damage points, his axe goes down to 4 attacks. One of his ability, once per turn in your movement phase, once per turn army, Beckon the Hunt. Declare a friendly non-unique Blades of Khorne demon unit to be the target. For the rest of the turn, when making charge rolls, roll 1 additional dice to a maximum of 3 and discard 1 dice of your choice. So you roll 3, remove 1. I think that would still give you access to the Khorne one as well, wouldn't it?
You could then roll that dice and switch it in for one of the 2 that are left.
Yeah.
So it's not a guarantee, but you're definitely making your charges more consistent.
You've got a much better chance, don't you, by rolling essentially 4 dice
and picking the best 2.
Like and the Rampage, once per turn army. Any combat phase, pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit to be the target. If the target is in combat with this unit when the target is picked to use the ability, that's the effect. It must pick this. Hold on. If the target is in combat with this unit when the target is picked to use a fight ability, it must pick this unit to be the target of the pile-in move, and it will subtract 1 from hit rolls and wound rolls for attacks made as part of that fight ability against this unit. So it's not forcing the opponent's monster to fight the Bloodthirster.
No.
From what I can tell. But it's making you pile in towards him, and you're -1 to hit and wound if you choose to hit the Bloodthirster.
Yeah. It's kind of pinning them to the monster. It means you can't pile away from them.
Yeah.
Gives you less maneuverability.
Yeah. I think that one's a bit of a miss, to be fair, that Rampage. I'm not a fan of that one. But he's only 410 points.
That -1 to hit and wound is really good.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the only thing in combat with it, and suddenly, I don't know, let's say you've got Archaon, because he's a monster, then suddenly that's a bit more blood or a Great Unclean One. Another good choice, something like that. But I don't know. If they're in combat with multiple things, it kind of feels a bit like that.
Yeah. I think just where he's Ren 3 against monsters, that just makes him quite good.
Oh, definitely.
Because there aren't that many monsters that are 3-up save, are there? I don't think. Generally, they're 4-up.
Stormcast stuff mainly, isn't it? I think.
But
that's great though.
Lumineth Mountains.
You're reducing those to a 6-up save. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're kind of forcing their hand to use
all out defense,
then not using it then somewhere else. So potentially, for me, all the bloodthirsters are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think
their place.
Yeah, I think I like the rage best, probably.
Internet rage.
Yeah.
That's the one for me as well. I think if I had to pick one,
just pure brutal damage.
I think he's the one you add in if you're having a single bloodthirster in a bloodhound bound army.
Yes,
just because he doesn't need anyone else to help him. He just does his own thing.
No,
and
I think
generally people have infantry.
Yeah, and I think you put the wrath in if you've got like a lot of bloodletters for the extra attacks. I think it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if you want something to be like proper alpha, you put in the extra dice on the charge. Pick the best one, I guess. Yeah. I think he's probably number 3 on the list in terms of out of the non-unique ones.
Yeah, but unless like the meta changes and suddenly there's more monsters,
then he becomes more and then he comes back in again.
Yeah, just depends.
Yeah. Scarbrand, I'm not really sure. Is the honest answer.
I mean, yeah, you do have the chance of doing like 16 mortal wounds against something if you're fluky, which is quite cool.
He's slower and he can't take any artifacts or traits. Is the problem.
But he does get access to all of the blood type abilities, so you can still give him +1 to hit and give him +1 attack, and it would affect both slaughter and carnage.
Yes, it's just
so you got 3 dice doing 8 damage. And he always charges with 3 dice, which is quite nice, I think.
Yeah. I think for me, if I was picking, he'd probably be the last on the list where I'm picking from, I think.
Yeah.
I think I have to agree with that, to be fair.
All right, just say I'm wrong. It's fine. I can take it.
You're wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So I'll do Skull Taker and you do Blood Master. Rich, okay?
Yeah.
So Skull Taker is the unique Bloodletter hero, essentially. He is Health 7, Move 5, 4-up save, 2 control. The Slayer Sword is Blood Hungry and Anti-Hero +1 rend. 6 attacks, 2s to hit. That's quite good. 3s to wound, not so good. Rend 2, damage 2. He has Hero's Bane, which is any combat phase. You can pick enemy hero in combat for the rest of the turn. Skull Taker gets strike first, but he has to fight that hero. So you can't do it and then fight the unit by him or anything. If you destroy an enemy hero in combat, end of any turn, you get to heal X, which is whatever damage Skull Taker has on him.
So it just heals everything back.
Heals everything. If you're on 6 health, so you've taken 6 damage, you've got 1 left, you kill a hero, you're on full wounds again. Quite cool. But situational, because you've got to get into the hero. But he has an ability to help with that, which is, once per battle, end of enemy turn, pick an enemy hero unit that has used a fight ability this turn to be a target. You remove Skull Taker from the battlefield and you put him in combat with that hero. But he can't be in combat with anything else.
Yeah, that's quite good.
So it has the potential to be quite good. On the basis that he has Blood Hungry against the hero, he could be rend 4.
Yes.
So potentially, if he picks the right hero, he should kill them because he's only damage 2.
How many heroes have 2? Is there any heroes with 2-up save?
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
Unless there's a Cities of Sigmar Knight or something, but I don't think. I think they're all 3-up.
Yeah.
So you're getting people way past the point. But on the 2-up, I suppose you're kind of guaranteeing it almost to hit.
Yeah, I mean the hitting.
It's the 3s to wound.
3s to wound is where you miss because you hit everything. Let's say, although we know how many ones people roll, but then when you go to
how many ones
roll, exactly, too many. That's how many. On the wound roll, you're just not going to wound quite as well. If you're lucky, they'll go through, but you're probably going to.
You're looking at probably three saves on average, aren't you?
Yeah. And that's 6 damage, which is only just enough to kill a hero.
A little foot hero, yeah.
Yeah. And so therefore, if you one save, suddenly you haven't killed them. And that's a bit depressing. So I feel like he should have probably had more damage. And that probably made him too good, maybe. But
that teleport ability is really good for just getting him into places, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But you're generally going to be fighting... you'll be probably fighting a combat hero anyway.
Yes.
It's going to fall, unless you can set it up somehow with a cheeky teleport we'll talk about later.
Yeah. I tricky to do.
Yeah.
I think you want him to fight their like an enemy's wizard. So if they've got a wizard they've kept at the back to keep them safe behind a screen, and they forget that he can teleport. Obviously, you tell everybody, there's no hiding things, but you tell someone this ability, they will forget it by turn 3. So you then just take out the wizard, or you take out like
the wizard has to have used the fight ability.
Yes, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So it's just they all sound really cool abilities, but in practice, I don't know how well they actually work.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's how many points? Well, he's 120. I've got. That's right.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's cheap, is it? It's cheap for what he might.
It's cheap.
You take a punt for 120, I think.
Yeah. I think I might. Yeah. Especially if you're doing kill the hero as your first battle tactic thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could help us do that, and it costs you 120 points, but it doesn't matter. You're then on your battle you're on your battle tactic little journey. So
yeah.
So he does have a 5-up ward, which is different for the foot heroes.
Yes.
Do you want to do Bloodmaster for us, Rich?
Yeah, go on, mate. I'll do that. So 5-inch move, 6 health, 2 control, 4-up save. He has a 6-up ward, and he has a Blade of Blood, which is blood hungry, crit 2 hits, 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, minus 2 rend, 2 damage. And his ability is you declare a fight ability for this unit. Pick a friendly bloodletter unit that has not used a fight ability this turn and is within this unit's combat range to be the target. The target can be picked to use a fight ability immediately after the fight ability used by this unit has been resolved. If it's picked to do so, it gets +1 to hit rolls for combat attacks made by this unit and that friendly bloodletters unit. So basically, he's hitting on 3s. You chuck him in with some bloodletters. He does this ability, but he then gets 2s, and the bloodletters get +1. Yeah. And he's a priest one as well. Yeah. So actually, he is 120 points. If I was doing demons, I'd take him. Like that. I love that.
Yeah, I think you have to take him because he's a priest on foot.
Well, for 120 points, you're getting a priest on foot and a guy who's giving, effectively, for want of a better term, a free all-out attack with no downsides to your bloodletters and himself.
Yep.
So like that.
It's pretty good. So the bloodletters themselves, they are 5-inch move, health 2, 5-up save, control 1, 6-up ward. Their Hellblades are blood hungry, and they have crit mortal, which is good. They are 2 attacks each, 3s, rend 1, damage 1. And any combat phase, as in it's in combat, it can move 3 inches, and it can pass through the combat ranges of enemy units and must end that move in combat. So potentially you can charge in with them and just move 3 to get something else in combat if you want to.
Or to get onto an objective.
Yeah, because it's not a pile-in, so it doesn't have to go closer to enemy.
No.
It just moves 3, which is quite cool.
I mean, just on number of attacks, you can give them an extra attack from the Bloodthirster, can't you?
Yeah.
Then an extra attack from the Khorne, Blood Tithe.
Yeah.
thing. So they're 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1 damage. But
and if you've got that other
mortals?
guy, you can make them 2s and 3s.
Yes, without having to spend the CP. Yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the potential to be quite good. And if they're blood hungry, they're going to be Rend 2, not Rend 1. So even if you don't do the mortals, it's Rend 2, which is a lot better. They definitely have good potential there.
Yeah.
Rich, do you want to do the Blood Throne for us? Herald of Khorne on Blood Throne.
Yep. Herald of Khorne on Blood Throne. 8-inch move, 10 health, 2 control, 4 up save. He is a hero war machine, priest 1 with a 6-up ward and a demon. And attacks, 7 attacks. They're blood hungry with crit mortals. 3s and 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. Passive, blood mark. So this unit has a 4-up ward against spells. Damage inflicted by spells or manifestations. And once per turn in army, your hero phase, you pick a friendly unit within 3 inches of this unit to be the target. Allocate 3 damage points to the target. Ward rolls cannot be made for those damage points. And for the rest of the turn, add 1 to this unit's power level to a maximum of 2. So you do 3 damage to something nearby, and suddenly you're priest 2.
Yeah.
And that is 160 points. So I think if you're looking for a priest, that's what 4 points, 40 points more than the other 2 we've talked about so far, and you're getting more movement, a lot more health, a lot more survivability, and potentially he's priest 2, especially if you're just killing something you don't care about. So if you've got some 2-wound bloodletters, cool. I kill a bloodletter. You might rally it back.
I mean, you can just do it to yourself as well, can't you? Do 3 points yourself, then rally him.
So they're all options. Well. I like it.
I think he actually is the only priest 2 in the book, if I'm right. I don't think anything else has priest 2.
So something just from previous Khorne, this guy used to bring units back.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that anymore.
No, nothing does that anymore. That's just totally gone from the book.
And the bloodletters used to bring models back in every combat phase if they were in combat, and that's gone as well.
That's gone as well. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all gone. Some useful heroes there, I think.
Yeah, they're all pretty decent.
They definitely all have a place.
Yeah. So the Blood Crushers next, which is the Demon Cavalry. They are move 10, 5 health, 4 up save, control 2, 6 up ward, because they're a little demon. It basically is a bloodletter on top with 3 attacks.
Yep.
So same stat line. And the Juggernaut is anti-cavalry. And it's 2 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, rend 1, damage D3. And then they have a Crushing Onslaught passive ability. If the unmodified charge roll for the unit is 8, for the rest of the phase they can pass through models and enemy units. And an enemy cavalry pass through in this way can't pile in.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the ability is pretty meh. Really?
Yeah.
It's not that exciting.
No, but there is a Scourge of Gyronor soggy version of these. Is it these?
Yeah, okay. There's a SOG version of this.
I'm not enthused by it. It's not.
So,
in the words of that woman, it's not bringing joy. Can't remember it now.
It's the 5 health which makes them okay.
I mean, they're a bit of a roadblock.
Yeah, they're like a roadblock.
Cheapish roadblock as well. Yeah, 150 points. Very cheap.
150 points for 15 wounds.
Yeah.
4 up save, 6 up ward.
I just think that if your main source of damage wasn't on the companion hooves, then maybe I'd be a bit more like, oh yeah. But you're always going to, like, it's just me.
It could be Rend 3 if you're blood, I know, not blood hungry, is it? Oh, it is, yeah. because it's companion.
Yeah,
Rend 1. Yeah. Rend 3, I suppose, if you did the +1. But pass for me.
Does that work?
So the companion's not going to get any buff apart from the... No, it's not going to get any buff.
Oh,
you can give it a +1.
Yeah, their companion weapons haven't got blood hungry.
No.
So they don't even get the +1 rend.
No, so it only works on the Blood Crushers Hellblade.
Which seems very weird. It must only apply to Fleshhounds. So yeah. Nice. I mean, I really like the models. I always like Juggernauts was my favourite model. I think when I first saw them when I was a
they're a cool model. I agree.
So yeah.
I just think for those Blood Crushers, I think there's better versions in the book using the same models.
Yeah. Yeah. Not the same model kit though. Sadly.
Is it not?
No, it's different. Kit. Yeah, because it got redone, didn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to do Skull Cannon for us, Rich?
Yep.
And then I'll talk about Karanak and Fleshhounds because I like them.
Yeah. And you might want to stick in Claws of Karanak while you're at it, do all three at the same time. Why not?
If I have to, I will.
Skull Cannon. 8-inch move, 8 health, 2 control, 4 up save. Ranged attack, 15 inches. It's got shooting combat, which is always a nice little touch. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. The melee attacks both have Blood Hungry. Gnashing Maw has Companion, and it's 1 attack, 4s and 3s, 1 rend, D3. And Hellblades, 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1 rend, 1 damage, but it's crit mortals. There's a passive ability in the shooting phase, grind their bones and seize their skulls, which is if any enemy models are slain by a fight ability used by this unit, after that fight ability be resolved, this unit can immediately use a shoot ability as if it was your shooting phase. And Gruesome Bombardment, which is a passive ability, Indeterminate, I'm guessing, from the colour. If any damage points are allocated to an enemy unit by a shoot ability used by this unit, subtract 3 from its control score for the rest of the turn.
Yeah. It hasn't really ever changed, has it?
Nice.
No.
The shooting's nice, but it's just nothing special.
It's just, yeah.
It's just okay.
So 150 points, and if you are potentially getting 2 lots of shooting...
I think I'd rather have 2 units of Blood Reavers.
Yes.
Running around, getting in the way and just dying from Blood Tithe than a cannon at the back, or running forward and maybe doing something for me. Because also, it's fine if you have to slay an enemy model where you've only got 5 attacks.
Yeah, but if you're charging into... well, you're charging into something rubbish, like, I don't know, you go forward, you shoot at something, and then you charge into... Let's stick with the theme and go Blood Reavers. You're gonna kill a Blood Reaver. You kill one model, and then you get to shoot again at that same unit. So it's just like a double dip.
I just think... in the current shooting situation with all the scenery around, it's not worth the points, is it?
No.
Well,
it's most just going to be hiding.
It's the shooting phase. It's not your shooting phase. So you could do this.
It's not any shooting phase, is it? It's always going to be done in the fight phase, combat phase.
Yeah, sorry. It's only because the blue.
Yes.
But see, I don't know, for 150 points, I'd take upon it, but I think the model looks weird, so I probably wouldn't, actually. But he's got a 6-up board anyway, and a War Machine. That's nice.
Yeah. So,
come on, Matt. Tell me about Karanak.
Because these 2 are definitely my favourite unit, because I think they combo nicely to do some cool shenanigans. So he is a unique hero, Karanak, so you can't give him anything,
upgrades,
sadly.
No.
Move 8, health 7, 5-up save, 2 control, 6-up ward. He has 6 attacks, 4s, 3s, rend 1, damage 2, with anti-hero 1, so rend 2 against heroes, and blood hungry. So potentially rend 3 against heroes. Not bad. While he is wholly in 12 with a friendly fresh Fleshhound unit, add 2 to the charge rolls for him, for Karanak.
Okay.
And he also turns off the Flesh Hound's Beast ability.
Oh, so they count for more on objectives.
They count for
That's
more,
quite good.
which is quite good.
Yeah.
Okay. You also get to do, once per turn, your movement phase. I think in the app it says enemy movement phase, I think, somewhere.
It says enemy movement phase in the app, yeah.
Yeah. So it is your movement phase.
Okay.
You pick an enemy hero to be the quarry, and you can pick a hero in reserve. And then you can stalk the prey in your movement phase, which is core ability. You pick Karanak and a unit of Flesh Hounds to be the target for this. They can be anywhere on the board. They have to be close to each other, and they can be in combat. You remove the targets from the battlefield and set them up again more than 6 from the quarry that you chose before, and more than 9 from other enemy units. And the Flesh Hounds must be set up within 12 of Karanak. Okay?
That's pretty good.
So you can pick a little hero.
Yeah.
Like you were saying about the wizard, Rich. You pick the wizard, and you go 6 away, and then you eat the wizard, basically, if you want to.
Well, and Karanak's going to get +2 to charge, so that's like a 4-inch charge.
Yeah.
You did this to me and you use it quite cleverly, because you actually used it instead of using it to charge into the wizard, you use it to take the objective.
Yeah, because it just says more than 6, so you can go anywhere on the board.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to be within range of the hero. And every movement phase, you could change your quarry. So you can pretty much always do it as long as they have a hero.
It's a cheeky teleport, isn't it, basically?
How many points is he?
110.
So I think you just take him just for that, to be honest.
Yes.
And then the Flesh Hounds themselves, same move as Karanak, so 8. They're 2 health, 6 up save, control 1. Which obviously they are a beast. So if Karanak's not there, they are control just 1 only. They get 4 attacks, 4s, 3s, no rend, damage 1. Meh, but it's a lot of attacks. It is blood hungry, so it could be rend 2. And their passive is quite good, I think. So there's Hunter of Mystics. So if the casting roll for any wizards within 12 of the unit contains 2 or more results of 1 or 2, the spell's miscast. So any combination of 1s and 2s miscasts. I'm pretty sure I read that as.
Yes.
And then it also affects priests. So if it's an unmodified 2, it fails and is not resolved.
Oh, so that's like a third of the time priests just don't do anything.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely better against priests than wizards, because if a wizard's getting 4, then realistically, they've not cast what they wanted to anyway.
But it's the D3 mortal wounds if they miscast, I guess, is the thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to damage themselves.
But I agree, the priest thing stops it a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
But again, for 100 points, it's not bad.
Yeah. So essentially the combo is you can teleport Karanak around, bring the Flesh Hounds within, make sure they are within 12 of the enemy.
Yeah.
Wizards and heroes and, priests. And then you're kind of forcing their hand a bit.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Because I think that's quite good. They're not that expensive to do a little combo either, which is quite nice. So yeah, they're the ones I quite like. So the claws of Karanak are the mortal bloodhound. They are move 6, health 1, 5 up save, control 1. They have 3 attacks each, and which is the same as the Flesh Hounds, 4s and 3s, no rend, damage 1. But they have crit 2 hits on their attacks, which is quite cool. And if they're blood hungry, so they could be crit mortal. In a deployment phase, they can just do a normal move as though it was your movement phase.
Oh, that's really helpful. Yeah.
And while they're wholly 12 with friendly Flesh Hounds or Karanak, they do crits on 5 ups, which again could be good for mortals or crit 2 hits.
Yes.
So they do combo quite nicely with the.
Yeah, if they get the crit mortals on 5 ups, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's also 8 health for 100 points. That's not bad.
No.
The one thing to note is they can't be reinforced, unlike this.
No, they're a Warcry one,
8
aren't
of
they?
them. Yeah.
Really cool models as well. Really nice models.
So there probably is a funny little combo you could do where you use Wrathmonger to do another attack, and then it's a Crater or something like that. Or,
and all of a sudden they've got 6 attacks each.
6 attacks, mortals and
5 up
ups.
mortals. Yeah.
Suddenly you're killing stuff, but whereas only 8 of them, no ward. Still quite a cool little unit. Rich, do you want to do Mighty Lord of Khorne and Blood Crater?
I thought you would never ask.
Yeah. I thought you'd want to do him.
Yeah. So Mighty Lord of Khorne, 5-inch move, 7 health, 2 damage, 2 control, 3 up save. He has an Axe of Khorne, which is blood hungry, 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2 rend, 2 damage. So blood hungry, he'd get crit mortals.
Yeah.
And his companion, which is the Flesh Hound, is 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, no rend, 1 damage. But we're not here for him. His passive ability is Lord of the Bloodbound. Add 1 to wound rolls for friendly bloodbound infantry while they're wholly within 12 of him. And his once per turn army, or your combat phase ability, pick another friendly bloodbound infantry hero wholly within 12 inches of him. That will be given strike first for the rest of the turn. So you take another wizard, another hero with him, gives them strike first, but he's already giving that wizard +1 to wound as well. So that's just because they're within that range.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's a good little model. I think just a +1 to wound is just useful.
Points.
Yeah. Yeah, the strikes first is quite handy as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing in the battle formation where you can do fight with a mortal unit and chain it with a demon unit. Because although you won't drag them into the strike first step, you will get to have them as like top of the activation pile.
I think
that's actually quite good.
Demon. So you do demon first, but it would mean you could do.
You have to do the demon first.
Hero. No, you do your hero strike first. Then you would go to. You pick a unit, and you'd go. I'll pick a demon unit. They'll fight, then they'll combo with him, for example. So you could still have 3 in a row potentially with it.
Yes. Okay.
I think that works.
I mean, even if you pick the one where they get bloodbound get +1 to hit when they go into contesting objective,
still pretty
you're
good.
giving something +1 to wound, +1 to hit for taking objective, and that hero has say strike first as well. You could end up doing a fair bit with them. They're just a lot better for that one turn.
Yeah.
But I mean, the biggest issue is the Scourge of Gyron one is just better than him, though, isn't he?
Do you know what? In my game, I deliberated between which to take, and I took this one, not the Scourge of Gyron one, because this guy was more about buffing the unit as a whole.
Okay.
Just for comparison for people, if I can find it on the list. What would it be under?
I found him. So he is same stats. His Axe of Khorne is 4 attacks, 1 less attack, 3s and 3s, rend 2, same, but he's damaged 3. It's better. Flesh sounds the same. He has the reality splitting axe, doesn't he, instead?
That's why.
So in a fight, you just kill an enemy hero, potentially.
Or anything.
No, it's only a hero.
Oh, it's only heroes? I thought it was any model.
No, pick an enemy hero. There's allocated damage points.
I thought you could kill dragons and
not
megas, but normal gargants.
Well, technically you can kill a mega because they're a hero.
No, because they've got that rule that if they would be removed...
They take 6, don't they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a CP ability as well, where you can make them charge in the combat phase.
And that's it. I mean,
the much of muchness.
I think I liked him as this one as well because he was giving him, and not that I remember to do it at any point, but he should have been giving himself +1 to wound as well. So he'd be wounding on 2.
Yeah.
So I rate him higher if you're going lots of infantry. Take this version, not the soggy version.
Okay. Do you want to do Blood Secretor then?
Oh, go on. You tease. So 5-inch movement. I mean, I think we should probably say this. The vast majority of infantry characters in this book are going to be moving 5 inches. So
yeah. Assume it's 5 inches unless we see otherwise.
Yeah, basically. Let's do that. 6 health, 5 control, which is pretty high for a foot hero. 3+ save. He has an ensorcelled axe, which is blood hungry. 3s and 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. He's got 2 abilities. One which is a passive in the command phase. Icon of the Blood God. If a friendly bloodbound unit wholly within 12 inches of the unit uses the rally command, you make 3 additional rally rolls of d6. Nothing to be sniffed at. So potentially, 10 for an infantry unit with a musician? And a once per battle army, any combat phase, Rage of Khorne. Add 1 to the attack's characteristics of melee weapons used by friendly bloodbound units for the rest of the turn.
So that's a bit of a... I can't remember what he was in Faction Pack, but obviously the old rules for him were he just automatically gave out an aura of +1 attack, which is now gone. So he wants
maybe that's too strong.
Probably. A bit too many attacks everywhere.
I mean, I think the thing is as well, like, we'll probably get to it later on, but if you look at other stuff, there are lots of ways to give +1 attack to stuff. Like Wrathmonger's being a good example of that.
Yeah.
So I think that ability is good, and I think as a one-off, it's not bad. For me, it's more the control 5 I like, and the rally an extra 3 dice.
Control is good.
You're losing your.
That is quite good for a little character.
The rally isn't dreadful either.
No. It is only bloodbound, isn't it? Just bloodbound only.
Yes, bloodbound unit, which is fine because nobody wants to do it anyway.
So the Blood Stoker is the whippy guy.
I like him.
Yeah. So he's 5 health, 4 up save control 2, not standard move. He has 4 attacks, 3s, 4s, rend 1, damage 2. And then in your movement phase, once per army, you can pick a non-hero bloodbound unit within combat range, and they can run and charge. Which is potentially quite good.
Well, I used it for a turn 1 charge with 6 blood mighty skull crushers, didn't I?
And how did that work out for you, Rich?
Don't need to know about that. But the best bit is only 100 points.
Yeah. So I think my combo thing with this guy would be you have multiple little units of 10 Blood Reavers that you just whip into little missiles, charge them in, they do some damage, they die, you do Blood Tithe. Then you're working towards your Blood Hungry abilities without having to lose your better units. I think that was my idea with it. And that's what we said, Rich, wasn't it, when we played?
Yeah.
Potentially use little missiles, buff them, give another buff, -1 to shooting, whatever you want, or extra attack when they charge, chuck them in, let them do some damage, and then they die because you don't care about them.
Or you take a block of, like you said, Blood Reavers, you get that prayer on them for the roll of dice when they die.
Yeah.
Get into combat, bish, bish, bish.
Yeah, I reckon that's quite a good little combo to do.
I think it's a good ability. Run and charge is always good.
Yeah. It is only bloodbound, and it's non-hero is the thing. So that means you can do it on a Korgorath if you really want to. And the Korgorath is, he moves 8, he's got health 8, 5 up save, control 2. He is 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 2s, rend 1, damage 2. It is a companion, and his rampage is that on a 3-up, enemy can't use commands for the rest of the turn. That's pretty good. And end of any turn, you subtract 3 from the control score of non-monster units while they're in combat with him. So he's okay. I mean, the command thing is quite good. It's just you're generally going to have those 4 models, though. Mighty Lord, Blood Secretor, Bloodstoker, and him, because they're all in the same box together. So maybe having one running around. Here's a monster. Could be damage 3.
So many heroes here, aren't there?
That's it. There's a lot of heroes.
Oh, we're not even anywhere near finished yet. We're not even what's going to go.
No. We'll get there eventually. Strap on in. Rich, do you want to do your favourite? The Realm Gore Ritualist?
We've gone from taking it from the back to strapping on in. It's just getting worse.
It's all right. It's, I think Matt's just trying to lube us up for the eventual discussion.
We're definitely not in that PG rating anymore, are we?
I mean, if they're double entendres, it doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't that make it PG still?
I think they've been cancelled, double entendres, haven't they?
Well,
That's not allowed anymore. Yeah, I think so.
Know. Kenneth Williams will be rolling in his grave.
Oh, matron.
Yeah. Do you know what? As an aside, his diaries are a hell of a good read if you ever get a chance.
Oh, I haven't read those. I might do.
They're really worth it. I read them once because I bought them as a book. It was at the same time as I was reading Sid James's autobiography. Very interesting guys. Horrible people, but very interesting, if nothing else. Anyway, moving swiftly.
If you want to listen to a good podcast, good audio book,
a good podcast, not ours, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to listen to a good audio book? I recently listened to Adrian Edmondson's one.
Okay,
that was pretty good.
Okay,
the guy from Bottom and Young Ones and lots of other stuff he's been in.
Married to Jennifer Saunders?
Yeah, married to Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders.
Really interesting book. I really actually enjoyed listening to it. Lots of in some ways, hard thing to listen to as well. But it's definitely, very.
Do you know? I might give that a punt because I'm a big Rick Mail fan, and I'll be interested to hear the chapters around Rick Mail's unfortunate passing. So
he talks a fair bit about Rick, but also obviously it's his book, so it's more about him, obviously.
Yeah, fair.
But it is very interesting. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So go on then, Rich. Do the Realm Gore Ritualist for us.
I mean, if ever there was
but
God, that's filth. Put it away, lurking one. I think that if ever there was a human personification of a Khorne champion, it is Adrian Edmondson. So Realm Gore Ritualist.
Sorry, I just got a vision of the cricket bat belting his way through the hordes of.
Yeah.
Just him and Richie having a fist fight. It's two
windmill arms
champions. Yeah, done. I'd love it. I'd pay money for that model. So 5 health, 2 control, 5 up save. Attacks blood hungry, 2 attacks, so not great. 3s and 3s, 2 rend, D3 damage. And the ability, once per battle in your movement phase, desecrating blood runes. Pick an objective or terrain feature within this unit's combat range to be the target. For the rest of the battle, add 1 to wound rolls for combat attacks made by friendly bloodbound units while they're wholly within 12 of the target.
That's actually quite good.
Well, yeah, you pick a middle objective, and suddenly that's quite a range.
Yeah, one of those big bits of obscuring terrain, the big old bits. Yeah, that'd be really good.
And it's and see, I think this is what I've picked up a few in this book. There's lots of ways to get +1 to wound.
Yeah,
lots of ways, and it's So I'm a big fan of her, and I think at 130 points for a priest 1 as well, pretty good.
Yeah, she's pretty good. So another hero that they have is the Skull Grinder. Standard move. He has health 6.
Of course, Matt wants to talk about Grinder.
Control 2. He has a Brazen Anvil as a weapon, which is 4 attacks, force to hit, 2 to wound, rend 1, damage 3, but it's anti-monster, so it could be rend 2. Not bad. In the deployment phase, once a battle, so you can only do this once, you pick another friendly bloodbound hero within 8 of him, and you give that hero +1 rend for the rest of the battle.
Well, that's pretty good on your Mighty Lord of Khorne or something, isn't it?
Yeah, so that makes him rend 3 basic.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And then in the combat phase, again, once per turn, You pick an enemy unit in combat to be a target, you roll a dice. If it's equal to or less than the target's control, the target has strike last the rest of the turn.
Well, that's pretty good because a lot of units are only control 1, so they just automatically strike last, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's equal to or less than a target. So actually, it works better.
So actually, you want the other way around.
Yeah.
You go against a.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you can make.
Or a Mega Gargant. So you make a Mega Gargant strike last without rolling.
Automatically, yeah.
Automatically.
And he's 100 points. I think he's perfect, and I want him in every one of my lists.
Weirdly, for me, it feels like the Khorne needs to take more of these heroes as little add-ons. Even in the demons and stuff. Have a little, fanatic running around with them who's their little friend.
Hey guys, I've got my own hammer.
Yeah. So I'll do the Slaughter Priest, Rich, and then do you want to do the Deathbringer, who's obviously the best one now, apparently. So Slaughter Priest is your other priest. He has exactly the same stats as the Realm of Rich list, just one more health. For some unknown reason.
He's quite a big model, though, isn't he?
He is quite big, but I was trying not to be sexist about it, basically. He has 4 attacks, 3s, rend 1, damage 2. The important thing about him is that he can unbind as a wizard.
Okay, so that's your source of an unbind.
Which you don't have anywhere else in the army, really, unless you take that item. Which is where the Slaughter Priest is more useful. Yeah. You can also do once per turn any hero phase. You can pick a friendly or enemy unit in combat range roll a dice on a D3 2-up. You do that much mortal damage to them, and he gains a ritual point.
Okay. And did you say that was any hero phase or your hero phase?
It's any hero phase.
Okay, so the app says your hero phase. So that's interesting.
Yeah, so potentially that's an app issue.
Yep.
Yeah. Because he has the unbind, for me, you'd kind of need to have one.
Yeah, that's tough not to take him, isn't it? But you kind of want the ritualist as well for the +1 to wound. I mean, there's so many heroes I'd want to put in my list. It's crazy.
Yeah. The model
he's 100
is really good as well. Yeah.
So I think he's worth a punt on that, to be fair.
It's just, I think the problem is you run out of space. You're going to have to take loads of auxiliaries, and suddenly your opponent's got loads of extra CP or whatever.
Some of these go inside of regiments of other heroes, though, don't they?
Yeah. But then generally the priests don't, do they? They're always on their own.
They'll be the ones who have to lead the regiments.
Welcome back, everyone. So we had a bit of a technical issue there where something weird happened. Rich wants me to say something to do with Zinch, but I don't think it was him. If anything, it was probably Nurgle.
He was all about love.
I think it's because you slagged off Elon Musk earlier, and he just was listening in and decided to hack whatever we were doing.
Yeah, I think so.
That's definitely it. Either that or it's a demon somewhere that's just upset with us.
It's Nurglings, that's what it is, isn't it? That's
Nurglings, that's what we always say, Nurglings in the system.
If we were on if it's the other platform, it would be Vashtor, but it's the wrong system.
So Rich, do you want to do Deathbringer for us?
Yeah, so Deathbringer. Standard Khorne movement, 6 health, 2 control, 3 up save. Got a Kingslayer axe, which is blood hungry and crit 2 hits. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 3 damage, which is a nice lot of damage. He has a ability, Trophies of Glorious Deaths. When it's a reaction to when opponents declared a command for a unit within 8 inches of this unit, you roll a dice. On a 5-up, the command has no effect, and it still counts as having been used, and the command points being spent, and they're lost. And the main thing people are taking them for, once per turn, at the end of any turn, so every turn, you pick each enemy unit and manifestation in combat with this unit to be the target. You roll a 2d6 for each target. If the roll exceeds the health characteristic, One model from the unit is slain, or if the target is a manifestation, it is automatically destroyed. And he is 120 points.
Pretty cheap, isn't he?
Not bad.
He is pretty cheap. I think he's pretty good. I think he's fine for stopping command abilities. I think people are going to be taking him for the trying to kill stuff with the Killer of Kings. Like you're going to kill little infantry guys, and on 2d6 you might even kill stuff like. I mean, how many wounds are to harp on about? How many wounds are about Vowing Guard these days?
5. So you should kill
5.
one. Yeah.
You should kill Vanguard. Yeah.
But it's once per turn army, so you can't actually do that many of them, can you?
No.
No. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any other wizards, guys? Any other heroes? Sorry, we need to talk
no.
about?
Luckily, that's all the heroes done.
That's all finally all the heroes.
Thank goodness. On to units now. So let's start with the Blood Warriors. They are standard Khorne move. They have health 2, 3 up save, control 1. They have 3 attacks each, force 3s, rem 1, damage 1, crit auto wound, and blood hungry. And while the unit is contesting an objective you do not control, it has a 5-up ward.
Okay, so you send them out and they've got a ward while they're fighting to grab something.
Yeah.
But once they grab it, they lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty tanky, aren't they, on a 3-up save?
Based on that, yeah, definitely.
And they can get a lot of extra attacks.
Yeah.
They're 200 points per 10, so you're getting 20 wounds for 200 points.
Yeah, and 3-up save as well.
Yeah, 3-up, 5-up makes them pretty survivable.
They did the most living in the game we played.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they'll hang around quite a while.
Hard to kill.
There's sometimes you actually want to charge them onto stuff on an objective and not take the objective. So maybe you don't put all your models onto the objective.
No, I think you just put them on a few, don't you?
Yeah.
Few on there, so you always have the 5-up ward, and you're just there being annoying and surviving. So next we've got the Blood Reavers. So I'll do those. Then Rich, if you want to do Skull Crushers and Wrathmongers, and then I'll do the Reapers. That's all right?
Yeah, come on.
So Blood Reavers, they are standard core movement of 5, 6-up save, 1 health, control 1. They're 2 attacks each, force 3s, no rend, damage 1. So just like the Flesh Hounds. But when they charge, they get +1 rend.
Yeah, that helps them, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does make them quite a bit better.
They were very good at that.
Yeah. Isn't it 70 points for 10?
80.
80. So pretty cheap.
Very cheap, yeah.
For a screen or something just to get in the way or just try and do a bit of damage and die, whatever you want to do with them.
Yes.
Useful.
Really big fan of them. I run 30. And
3 10s.
I think, 3 10s because I want them to die. They're either going to kill someone
blood tide.
Tide. Exactly that. Oh, and you can use them to do. If you get that prayer off, 10 die, you're rolling 20 dice. That's some fun mortals as well. So I like them. Big fan. Yeah. Which you want to do first, Matt? Wrathmongers or Claw Crushers?
Your choice.
Oh, we'll go Wrathmongers and then save. So I'll have my main meal first, and then I'll have my dessert afterwards, which is Skull Crushers. So standard core movement, 3 health for the Wrathmongers, 1 control, 5-up save. Their attacks, 4 blood hungry, crit 2 hits. 4 attacks, 4s and 3s, -1, 1 damage. Their abilities, Crimson Haze. While this unit is in combat, add 1 to the attack's characteristic of melee weapons used by friendly bloodbound units, excluding Wrathmongers units, while they are wholly within 12 inches of this unit. And once per turn, at the end of any turn, pick a visible enemy model within 3 inches of this unit to be the target. Both players roll off. If you win the roll-off, pick a melee weapon that target has. Your opponent must pick a visible unit in their army within 3 inches of the target. They can pick the target's own unit. Your opponent must resolve combat attacks for the target using the melee weapon they picked.
Fight yourself.
So, you got the hit yourself thing. And so I had these guys charge into combat. next to a unit of Skull Reapers and Blood Warriors. And that +1 attack to all of those was just fantastic. I really rate these guys. And 140 points for 5.
Yeah, it's decent wounds for points as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think when you're playing a non-combat army, though, they'll just shoot them off early.
Well, yeah, but you won't, because you just hug the terrain, don't you, at the moment?
Yeah, but...
And you've got that ability you can try and get from a prayer early for the Blood Tithe point to give them -1 to hit from shooting.
Yeah, it's true.
So there are
true.
intentions. And my personal favourite unit in this whole book, Blood and Mighty Skull Crushers, 10 movement, 5 health, 2 control, and a 2+ save. They have 2 sets of attacks. The Gore-Bathed Glaive Axe, which is the guy on top. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1 damage. Charge +1 damage, and they're blood hungry. And Companion Juggernaut's Brazen Hooves. 2 attacks, 4s and 3s, -1 D3 damage. Their only ability is if the unit charged this turn, pick a visible enemy unit within 1, and then you roll a rubbish D3. And they take the more wounds, the usual one, 2+. 220 points for 3. For me, I ran a unit of 6. Yes, they didn't do well because they got hit by a Bloodthirster, but...
By 2. 2 Bloodthirsters.
2
and
Bloodthirsters,
10
that's it.
Bloodletters.
A lot of mortal wounds in there, isn't it?
It was, it was, what, 3? So it's 30 wounds and a 2-up save. I love them. And at 10, with a skull or blood or whatever, something, the old Whippy boys, the old Whippy guy, Stoker, they've got run and charge. So they're suddenly, they managed it 10-1. I love them.
Yeah. And you can give them 3d6 charge if you have double Bloodthirster, I guess, can't you? 3d6, pick the best 2.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Demon only. Is it demon only?
It might be demon only.
Demon only.
Which one was it?
It's demon only.
Oh no, you can't then.
Well, you still get the blood, the murderlust
though. Yeah. The basic.
So you can.
Yeah.
And with those guys, you don't care if they take D3 mortals because they got 5 apiece.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I like them. I rate them highly. I think I need to work out a better way of using them, but I like them.
Yeah. So let's do the Skull Reapers. They are standard core move 5, health 3, 4-up save, control 1. They have 4 attacks each, which are 4s, 3s, rem 1, damage 2, crit 2 hits, and
crit mortals.
Are they crit 2 hits?
Yeah,
says crit mortals
in the book. I have crit 2 hits.
Says crit mortals in the app.
I wonder if that's
another issue.
Because Rich and I played them, they had crit mortal. So I wonder if that was wrong. Because it means they basically earn a blood hungry.
Yes, they have to get the ability to get crit mortals. They don't have it to start with.
That must be another mistake.
It's another error in the app, yeah.
Yeah. I hope you're jotting us all down, Paul. We need to get our...
Yeah, we need to get our email in.
Get our email in so they like us and they maybe send us stuff early so we can actually review it normally.
And tell them before it's released.
Yeah. So crit 2 hits. But they do get +8 to the control score while they're in combat. So they become
That's quite good.
5, 6, 14.
5 of them.
Is that right?
If they have a banner, do they have a banner? They do have a banner, yeah. So 15 then with a banner. No, 4. Sorry, 14? No, you're right. 14.
Yeah.
But 2 units of those, 2 5s go in there, but that would be 28 control on objective.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But the damage out of them, they are big damage dealers for the army there for me.
I think they're the one you do for the blood hungry prayer.
Prayer, yes. So they get the mortals straight away.
One. Yeah, you want the mortal straight away.
And you chuck them in with some Wrathmongers as well.
Wrathmongers, 5 attacks. You can give them another attack from the banner once per game.
Yep.
You give them a run and charge as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You could literally do a lot with
tasty.
them.
They are very tasty.
So the last scroll we need to do is the Skull Altar.
Oh yes, the scenery piece.
Scenery piece. It's got 10 health, 4 up save. You can pop a chap on there in your hero phase.
Yeah.
So it has an invoker. It has to be a priest. While the invoker's on there, the priest's on there, they're getting +1 to chant, which is good. And also, in your hero phase once per turn, you can pick D3 enemy endless spells within 18, and you make a banishment roll for each one. And if you banish any, you gain a blood type point.
Okay, why does it say endless spells, not manifestations? That's interesting.
Does that mean, is it because it doesn't affect manifestations? As in, like the
spells about
so
change the name again.
It means it wouldn't affect invocations.
That's what I'm just looking at. I'm looking to think what else has got
have a look at.
It's got a prayer. Flesh Eaters is no good because that won't be updated.
Let's
what else is a prayer? Her daughters.
Yeah, have a look at Daughter's Prayers, and then I'll have a look at the.
And I'll stand here and talk lovely to you guys. Hi, everyone who's listening. They're having a saunter through books.
So it just says manifestation on the Daughter's Prayers.
Yeah. So the actual old endless spells have now endless spell as the keyword.
Okay.
So it means it wouldn't actually affect the invocation type ones.
No, so it's only going to be
not the
magic
ones,
just the
magic-y ones. So you can't use it to get.
It's very on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's anti-Khorne. Khorne hates magic and shooting.
Hatred of sorcery is the ability name, isn't it?
Yeah. It does make sense.
That's fair.
So, and that's the Battletome. Okay. Apart from obviously the two special armies, which we won't go through, or the Regiment of Renown properly, but one of the Regiment of Renown is to take Scarbrand in your army.
Which is pretty cool.
Isn't too bad. Yeah. It's quite cool.
It's just fun.
So, what armies did you two play? Is what I'm interested in to hear. In your game,
mine was pretty much pure. It was pure demon because I forgot my Slaughter Priest.
Okay.
Not that he helps against Rich anyway, to be honest. Is that so? I had Wrath of Khorne Bloodthirster with Unfettered Fury as well. I had Karanak and 3 units of Flesh Hounds. I had 20 Blood Letters and a unit of 10. And then I had a Bloodmaster. So that was basically everything.
Mine was Might Lord of Khorne with Argath and the +1 attacks.
Okay.
A unit of reinforced Blood Warriors.
Block of 20 of them. That's pretty tasty.
No, ignore me. I was reading the wrong list. That was the one I was planning to do. So the one I actually
start again.
Might Lord of Khorne. Yeah, Might Lord of Khorne's the same, and there's a unit of unreinforced Blood Warriors, a Bloodsoaker, some Skull Reapers, some Wrathmongers, a Lord of Khorne on Judge of Juggernaut, which we didn't mention because you're going into Legends. Yeah. A unit of Blood Reavers, a reinforced unit of Skull Crushers, a Ramgor Ritualist and some Blood Reavers, a Slaughter Priest and some Blood Reavers, and the Altar.
Okay, bit of a mix then.
And my little note underneath it, I'm just seeing on our chat, Matt, about this, was these Bloodthirsters are going to... Yeah, they definitely did.
So Bloodthirsters did most of the work for me, really.
Yeah, but they do hit so hard.
That's it. They are swingy, though. If you're unlucky with them, they just sit there and go.
You just need a few ones at the wrong time, don't you? And
yeah. I mean, overall, I do like the book. I like the changes. I like the change to the blood type, so you kind of get to follow a little path.
Yeah.
I never really liked the weird little shenanigan things you could do where you could get into combat easily. And
no, the old Murderlust thing was all very techy, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and even the unbind one, I wasn't that keen on because it just automatically stopped stuff. It kind of stopped the person playing was a bit too much for me.
It sounds like the new book's kind of like you can play whatever you want, and it kind of all's got options in there.
Yeah, it kind of leads you down to go demons or bloodhounds.
The mix doesn't really work.
Yeah, but weirdly, I think the mix is actually probably the best thing. And trying to have it so they kind of meld in. You almost have like two little armies which work well together.
Getting the right blend is kind of key.
Yeah.
I think a Bloodthirster in with Mauls. I think you kind of want a Bloodthirster.
Going through there, the units that I would probably always take would be Big Axe Thirster, Skull Taker, Skull Reapers, and Wrathmongers, and probably what's the armoured cav, the one you like, Rich?
Mighty Skull Crushers.
Yes, those. I think they would be in my list, I think, in different versions. The biggest issue is all those heroes sound good, and you can't take them all, so...
No.
They all buff you in a different way.
Yeah.
That's the issue with them.
Yeah, I think if I was I'd probably take at least 2 units of Skull Reapers, and taking 2 units of those, you want that Ritualist to give them all +1 to wound from the scenery piece.
See, I think you take Mighty Lord over the Ritualist.
You think?
Because
he's a bubble. Yeah, okay.
Because his is always on.
Yes, that's true.
And they have to get to the scenery being
piece to then switch it on. Yeah, okay.
All 3 of the objectives. It's a lot harder to do.
Yeah, and I'd probably take a banner with that as well for the +1 attack.
Forgive me for not being a rules guy because I don't really pay attention to anything ever. Can you stack pluses to wound?
You can,
but
it doesn't really help unless there's minuses around.
Okay. So in theory, there could be good reason to have both her and the Lord.
If you're playing an army that can get -1 to wound, yeah.
Is there that much of it?
I don't think there's that much of that around.
Wasn't there a bit in Deepkin? Was it -1 to wound from the eels?
No, there was -1 attack from the defensive eels.
Attack, that was it.
Yeah. There are some. I think Death has got some spells that do -1 to wound, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The debuffs.
It's few and far between.
It's not very prevalent at the moment. I mean, back in the previous edition, we had a spate when there were a few armies that could do it. I think, but
I mean, these guys do it, don't they? Blades of Khorne do it.
Yes, with the Bloodthirster.
If they get the 8+ as well, they have the 8+.
Yes, all the 8+. Yeah, that's true.
Blood Boil.
Oh, there might be a Fireslayer prayer that does it. Maybe.
Yeah. So we did have a quick look to see if we could see how they've settled in, but from our look, we couldn't really see them anywhere again. So
no, it's a bit early.
Like they're another one which needs a bit more time to kind of like people to get into it properly. Battle tactics wise, what would you guys do with these guys?
Well, they want to kill stuff, don't they? So probably killing things is pretty good.
Yeah.
Killing things, and I think when we played Matt, I did. Let's have a quick double check.
Kill the hero is pretty good to start with. Yeah, maybe seize the centre because you just want to be in the middle of the board.
Yeah, that's what
I did. Pass and scouting force.
Yeah, scouting force isn't bad actually because you've got so many little units, haven't you? It's not dreadful at all.
Yeah, when I played Rich, I did a tune to guy around, which starts with the center one.
Yeah,
and then Wrathful cycles.
I like Wrathful.
Yeah, I feel with them, you're probably potentially actually going to be underdog at some point.
Yes, probably.
So then Wrathful cycles kind of helps.
Really kicks in, yeah.
But I kind of feel like you maybe do just want to do the kill stuff one.
Yes,
just to be easy.
It's definitely on brand as well, to be fair.
Yeah, nice and themed. Okay. Well, that'll do for our review today.
Yeah.
So, if you want to get us on social media, on X, I'm at GMAC2610, and on Instagram, I'm LurkingWorm. Rich, what's yours?
I am pretty much the same on everything. It's Cyanid 32600, and I just realised I've told everybody wrong for ages. Actually, on X, I'm at Richard_B1.
Okay.
Not that I use X much because
okay. I'm at Warhammer GC on X and Blue Sky. So those are the only two things I'm on. I'm not on Instagram or Facebook.
Cool.
We probably should get a how many ones account really on.
I think we should.
Yeah, we'll try and sort it out and have like maybe have an email as well. People can always email if they want to.
Yes, it's probably
Spam
a sensible idea.
Stuff. Yeah. So next review will be Overlords.
KO, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do KO next, and then after that we'll go on and do Nighthaunt
and Feck, but they're not even out yet, so
not out yet anyway.
A little bit.
And then we should be up to date, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we might. I mean, I guess we could look at the Army of Renowns for all of them in one show or something when they're all out.
Yeah,
maybe as a standalone or something.
Yeah,
we could go back and do the old books even if we wanted to. But we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely have more data and see about lay of the land and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you what, that's a good way. Get in touch with us. What do you want us to do? Tell us.
Very good question.
We'll be led by you.
Yeah. Let us know what you'd like us to do. And if we can do it, we'll do it.
Yep.
Tell us where you want Matt to send his lurking worm.
No.
Did you say you're going to get this onto YouTube as well as a listenable thing?
It is on YouTube now.
It is on YouTube now. Okay.
It's on YouTube now. It should be on most of the podcast apps. So hopefully it's available.
Easier for people to listen to, because I'd use YouTube when I'm doing painting and stuff. It's really easy to put my computer in the background. So
so it's on that as well now.
Yep, brilliant.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, everyone, and you'll listen to us next time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.